All right, next question from Facebook. Rebecca Eleanor Pfeiffer asks, why V-necks? What do you have against round-collared shirts?
Rebecca on Facebook is asking me why I don't wear what we call crew neck t-shirts. You can call them round collar shirts if you want a more convoluted way to describe it. But maybe that blame goes to Rebecca and not you. Maybe I'm being unfair in the situation. Rebecca, those are called crew neck shirts, with all due respect, and I'm wearing one right now. I also wear V-necks at times. It's really a question of releasing heat. Okay, now the human body's internal core temperature is 98.6 degrees, as we all know, even though nothing else around us is that temperature. That means that we are raising our own core temperature and expending energy in doing so. That energy normally comes from the food that we eat. We also sometimes, if we cover ourselves with too many clothes or a jacket that's too thick, we may say, this makes me hot. In fact, the jacket or the blanket doesn't make you hot as much as it prevents you from releasing your own heat. You understand, your body internally is 98.6 degrees. My responsibility to stay at a externally comfortable temperature is to release that heat into the environment. If I'm covered, it impedes that release, which could be beneficial in a cold climate. In that case, you don't want to release your heat because you can't make the heat quickly enough to counteract the cold of the environment. However, in a hotter environment, you do want to release that heat, and the way you do that is by exposing as much of your skin as possible to the environment. And short sleeve shirts are a way to do that. Shorts are a way to do that, and a V-neck t-shirt is another way to do that. By exposing the area of my neck to the environment, I am releasing more heat.
So it's not a fashion choice. It is a temperature choice for you. It's a body choice. It's a physiological rather than fashion based.
I think the fit of a t-shirt is a very critical thing. I think that
in what way?
Well, in the same way that the simplest pastas are the most difficult to cook. The simplest articles of clothing are often the most complex when it comes to the subtleties of them. And I think the fit of a t-shirt between the shoulders, the chest, and the waist, that holy triumvirate is a delicate combination. And if a certain brand fits you, you may not care whether it's a crew neck or a V-neck.
Now, can you if you will, just cast your critical eye upon this t-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a quick slow motion turn. What do you think about this shirt here?
You know, even if you had turned more quickly, I would have had the acuity to follow and form an opinion.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to tell you that first we need to talk about your body before we talk about the shirt, because every shirt fits differently on different bodies.
Okay.
The question is, how well does that shirt fit your body? And what is the ratio between your chest, your waist, and your shoulders?
Okay.
I can tell you that if I were to cast a critical eye, I would say it fits your waist very well.
Oh,
there's no
good.
excess material and there's no excess bulk.
Good.
I would say that you don't have to raise your hands to the side. In fact, that distorts the fit of the shirt. Okay, I would say that with your arms straight down, it is a little tight in the pectoralis majoris. I can see the outline of your right nipple on my left side.
Oh, God.
I can tell you that in that sense, it's a little too tight.
Okay.
Your left pocket distracts and possibly obscures that nipple from being visible.
Okay.
However, the shoulders seem to fit perfectly. And all in all, I'd say it's a valiant effort. The problem for you is the chest area. And again, that's only a credit to you and how much you've built those chest muscles up. If your chest muscles weren't as strong, the shirt would fit better, but at what price?
So you're saying basically it's shoulders good, waist good, nipples
visible.
Nipples visible.
Now, I'm not going to say that's too tight.
Okay.
I'm going to say that it's tight and the nipples are visible.
Yes.
If that's a stylistic choice or a choice that you prefer, that's
Not
fine
really.
as well. In that case, you have succeeded.
Yes.
You know, we all have our own personal sense of style, and if that's how you choose to express yours, that's fine.
I didn't want my nipple, I don't think about my nipples that often.
So you're saying ideally your nipples would not be visible.
Well, I don't want people looking at my nipple. I mean, looking at me and being like,
Well, I'm not saying
there's
people are
nipples.
looking at it. I'm only saying it's visible. People can decide what they choose to look at. If someone wants to look at your elbow or your sternum.
Why do men still have nipples anyway? Like, I don't use these nipples for anything.
Well, you do understand that human evolution is thousands of years behind societal advances.
Right. Okay.
I mean, do you understand why people have cravings for food and cravings to eat more than they should for optimal health is based on evolution? A period when your next meal wouldn't necessarily come for days, and you would need large amounts of calories to support large bursts of energy for fight or flight.
Right. Well, okay.
All right. Well, Jordan, thank you so much. This was very enlightening in every possible way. Thank you for taking us through your office. And you guys, you can follow Jordan on Instagram and Snapchat at Jordan Schlansky. It's spelled just like it sounds. And yeah, always a pleasure. Thanks.
This has been a mutually satisfying experience.
Okay. See myself out.